to shine. You brought it to my attention about this new program called Fullscript, right?
That's right.
It's a web-based software system.
Yep.
And why did you bring it up? Because we've had a standard process, patient direct, that patients haven't really used. I haven't really marketed that much, but standard process is a supplement company. So you brought up to me Fullscript. Tell me about Fullscript.
Yeah, so Fullscript is really great. It's basically a supplement catalog that's all online, and it's free for you to use as the patient. It's also free as us to use as an office as well, which is great. But the cool thing about it is we can literally order any supplement from over 100 different companies. So previously, Dr. Jeff has carried standard process supplements. They have that available on Fullscript, but there's also a ton of other supplement companies as well that I really like. Nordic Naturals is one that you like specifically.
Nordic Naturals was one that I used at my previous office too.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to try to make it easy for patients to know what to get. So we didn't carry Nordic Naturals, we got it from standard process, but this Fullscript has simplified everything.
They have. So if there's a specific supplement that you love, that maybe we don't carry at our office normally, we can order that for you, and it's actually at a discounted rate. So usually there's about a 5 to 10% discount, I think, from where you would get at any other store. And
what are the big tentpole companies that you like that Fullscript offers?
Yeah, so Metagenics is a really great one. Orthomolecular.
And why do you like these companies?
I really like those companies because of the science of how they increase so there's something called a bioavailability of a supplement. So basically that means how capable your body is of absorbing the ingredients that are in a supplement.
Okay.
So some of these companies like Orthomolecular, Metagenics, they have a really high bioavailability of their supplements, which means when you ingest them, your body's going to absorb the majority of that supplement.
So you know you're getting what you pay for.
Exactly. So your money's going further that way. Whereas some other products out there, you might not be able to absorb quite as well. So you wind up having to take more, and over time, that's just going to cost you more money.
Gotcha. So this Fullscript is cool. So we've got our own web dispensary, right? So the dispensary is this website that you go to, and we'll have a link on our website for you to get right to our dispensary. But then you create your own account, right? You get right into your own account, and then you have access to all of these company supplements from our personal dispensary. And we are going to sit down and we're going to devise kind of, what do they call them? Recipes or little favorite groups of like core 5 supplements or whatever. And you'll be able to choose Newman Chiropractic's core 5 supplements that we recommend to everyone. If you have autoimmune disorders, we'll make a recipe or a favorite group for you, okay? So you can always check to see what we've concocted and put together for the patient to help you with anything. And we'll obviously recommend that to patients when we've got you in the office as well.
Right. And it's great too, because we can tailor specific recommendations to you, not just, so we'll have these favorites that we'll probably be sending out to a lot of different people. But if you have specific needs, we can totally tailor our recommendations to you and send them your way, and then that way you can peruse online through Fullscript the different supplements that we're recommending for you.
And the website's really polished. It's got everything of all the nutritional facts, everything about it, stuff about the companies. And I actually put an order in. I got it. It came in 3 days.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Wow.
And it came well packaged with a Fullscript like tape and packaging, so it was very well done. I was very pleased with the process of actually ordering from them. And they do have text notifications or email notifications when the stuff is ready to ship, when it gets there as well. So I was very pleased with it and excited for the patients to get to experience it. Now I want to know from you, in terms of your education in school compared to mine, what are the core supplements that you recommend for every patient?
For every patient.
Every patient.
So a good fish oil supplement is huge. So something with omega-3s, DHA.
Yep.
And then for a lot of people, especially since we're New Englanders and we live where, 6 months out of the year we're staying indoors, vitamin D is a really big one. There's a lot of vitamin D deficiency in this area.
Yep. So vitamin D is huge.
That's a really big one.
Nordic Naturals actually has, I ended up getting their Pro Mega, which is a nice balance of their DHA and EPA. And DHA and EPA are fancy 3-letter words for what's the valuable thing in the fish oil. So you hear, oh, you need a fish oil supplement, or you need a other type of oil supplements. What they're really looking for in taking fish oil is the EPA and DHA. So Pro Mega has a lot of that, has good ratios of that, and they have a vitamin D that's in it as well. So it's a nice combo of two. So Pro Mega D I saw from Nordic Naturals, which is great. So patients will be able to get their hands on that.
Yeah, and I know you're really big into probiotics, and I love recommending probiotics as well, and even prebiotics too.
Yep. And what company have you worked with? Have you noticed, does Metagenics?
Molecular, I have a history with, and their product has been really good.
They're pre or probiotics?
They're probiotics.
So prebiotics are what you take to feed the probiotics, right? So probiotics are the good bacteria that's supposed to live in your gut, and we also, that bacteria needs to survive, so it needs food. So prebiotics are the food that these probiotics are supposed to eat. I know it can get confusing, but they're very valuable to have both. I mean, you can get away with not having a prebiotic if you have a lot of cruciferous vegetables and a lot of that good root vegetable, that type of food feeds this.
Type stuff.
Exactly. Yep. So when I was in school, we were told vitamin D is a must. The fish oil is a must. Probiotic is a must. What about magnesium? Magnesium was big back when I was in school. Did they bring up magnesium?
I wouldn't necessarily recommend that to everybody, but say you're coming in and you have a lot of cramping, maybe you've tried hydrating and that's not working. Magnesium can be really good for that.
So we utilize it.
That's more dependent on the person. I wouldn't necessarily say everyone needs to supplement with that.
Cool. Okay, so that, and then what are your familiarity with CoQ10? Because that was a big thing of a lack of CoQ10 in patients or in the population back when I was in school. My nutritional professor was huge into anti-inflammatory diets and the science behind it. Did they dabble in any of that?
Yeah, they definitely did. I think we have a similar foundation as far as that goes.
It's expensive though. CoQ10 was the thing that was like, I could handle getting all the rest of this stuff, but that CoQ10 was just too expensive to take on a regular basis.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that would be in my core recommendations for everyone. I think if you're taking a good omega supplement, a good multivitamin, a good vitamin D.
The multivitamin. So Dr. David Seaman, my professor, he'd be like, okay, fish, he had the core 5. So fish oil, multivitamin, magnesium, CoQ10, probiotic. All right, and we don't recommend those to everyone, but that was what he recommended at that stage, which was like 12 years ago now. So we've learned a lot in that time frame. So the multivitamin, what are you looking for in a good multivitamin? Do you know? Because I honestly don't know. I know we need a good multivitamin. There's so many places that tout their great multivitamin, having a lot of the lettered vitamins, right?
So usually your vitamin A, so A, D, E, K. Okay, and then vitamin B complex. So ideally not just B, but also B12.
So there's B12 and then there's
B6,
which is folic acid. Right. So B12 is those two are huge, and sometimes you can see you go out and you're like, oh, I need more B6. It's like a lot of us don't know that folic acid is B6. Is that correct, or is it opposite?
So B12 is the one that's folic acid.
B12 is folic acid? Okay, so B12 is folic acid. B6 is just B6. So instead of looking for, say, a B12 supplement, why can't I find a B12 supplement? Folic acid is that.
And
so confusing.
It is confusing, and actually there's different types of folate. So you have the folic acid, and then you also have the methylated folate. So I actually tell patients to make sure you're looking for the methylated folate, and this is kind of going back to the bioavailability before.
Because we are supposed to methylate the vitamin B6, folic acid. The human is supposed to methylate that into that inside of our system, but there's actually a lot of current research out now that a lot of humans have a hard time methylating those, right?
So especially in the prenatals, if you're looking to start taking them or you're currently on them, make sure that you have the methylated folate, because that's what's going to better absorb that folic acid into the body.
And that's huge. I have a couple therapists as patients that say that they've noticed a huge shift in anxiety levels and stuff like that of their children that they help out when they transfer from the methylated version to the methylated version from the whole version. Yeah.
Yeah. And same thing too, if you're also looking at prenatals, make sure you take a good omega supplement as well. It's really
Yes.
good for neural health of the baby.
Yes. Yep.
So that's going to be a big one.
And if you're hesitant of the fish oil because of the taste, Nordic Naturals has the best taste covering. Like, it's a lemon taste, you don't taste any oil.
Yeah.
And they've got great little gummies for the kids too,
They
DHA
do.
gummies. So
Yep.
they've got the best. When my kids were really young, we were all in on Nordic Naturals, of us taking them and of the kids taking them.
And at my previous practice, we actually got to meet with a rep from Orthomolecular,
Oh, really?
and he brought in a little sample of the fish oil that they carry, and
Yep.
he actually bit into the
And he
tablet,
did?
and he's like, "Yeah, there's no fishy taste," and he chomped right on one, and he
Wow.
was like, "Here you go," and like, I have to be honest, I didn't do that,
Yeah. But you trusted
but
him, you took
yeah,
the word for it.
yeah. So
Nice,
that
nice,
was
nice.
kinda
All
fun.
right, cool. So keep an eye out for Fullscript on our website.
Yep.
And another cool thing, they send right to you, and you'll be able to set up regular, like, subscription so that it comes on a regular basis. All right.
Yep.
So look forward to